Edexcel board. So here's from Edexcel. So this is some sort of, you can say, very easy chemistry, and in this way we have to give the 3 units in the first year: unit 1, or you can say paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3. So paper 1 contains 5 topics. In the same way, paper 2 contains 5 topics, and paper 3 is the practical. Okay, so in paper 1, what we have? In paper 1, we have 20% of total A levels that covers, and it contains 40% of AS level. It covers the 40% of AS level, and of A level it covers that 20%, and its marks are 80. Okay, and its time for the paper that will be given for unit 1, it can also be called unit 1. Okay, so its time is 1 hour and 30 minutes, 1.5 hour. And next is that when you can appear in January, you can appear in the June, and you can appear in October. So these are 3 months in which you can appear. You can appear for the same exam thrice and year. Okay. In the same way, you have paper 2. It also contains 5 topics, and it also contains 20% of AS level, A levels, and of AS level 40%, and its marks are 80. Time is the same, and in the same way you can appear in these months. And one is the paper 3 is related to these topics, but it is practical. Okay, written practical. So it covers 10% of A levels and 20% of AS level. Okay, and this way AS level becomes 100%. You will see that A level becomes 50% by studying just AS level. AS level means the first year, you can say that. Okay, and its marks are 50. And time is 1 hour and 20 minutes, and the 3 months in which you can appear. The difference in the Edexcel chemistry and the other A-level chemistry is that if you, in case you don't get good marks and you want to improve a single unit, you can appear in that. Okay. And if you have prepared paper 1, so you can appear in that. You don't have to. You can appear in that individually and independently. You don't have to appear at the same time in the paper 2 if you are not prepared. Okay. So this is all about the AS chemistry, and it's 3 papers. So now we are going to study that which book we study, and there is one very well-known Pearson Edexcel book. Okay, I will share with you. So here we are going to study its first topic. That what is the first topic of the, okay, and it contains topics, and that topic further consists of some subtopics. Okay, topic 1 is formula, equations, and the amount of substance, or you can say stoichiometry. Okay, topic 1. It comprises formula, okay, and the equations, that how do we write equations, how do we balance them, okay, and the next is amount of substance, and simply you can say stoichiometry, which you have studied in O levels. Okay, amount of substance. Okay, so this is a topic 1. It contains subtopics, okay, in which all of these contents are covered. So first, that first topic, subtopic is first A. That is atom, element, and molecules. Atom, elements, and molecules. So let's discuss them. You have already studied them, okay, but we are going to discuss first element. What is element? Actually, element is the, you can say that you can say that these have been given in the periodic table, and they contain the same type of the atoms. which cannot be further decomposed. Okay, it contains element contains same type of atoms, same type of atoms which have same atomic numbers. Okay, type of atoms which have same atomic numbers. Definitely, when they have the same type of atoms, so they will have the same atomic numbers. Okay, and it cannot be decomposed into simpler substances. Okay, into simpler substances. Make sure that it cannot be decomposed by ordinary chemical means, or you can say by chemical reactions. So we cannot break down it. Okay, so they have been given in the periodic table. Okay, how many these are? These are actually 118, and natural elements are 92. Okay, and you must know that elements are represented by symbols. Okay, suppose I give you some examples. Symbols: H for hydrogen, N for nitrogen, O for oxygen, He for helium, C for carbon, Fe for iron, etc. They have been given in the periodic table you have studied in O levels. Okay, so they have some specific properties, that they have some physical properties. This is the short introduction about the elements. Okay, that they can be metals, they can be non-metals, they can be metallites. So metals are all solids except one, that is mercury. Non-metals are mostly gases, but it can be liquid and gas as well. Okay, and solid as well. Metallites are always solids. Okay, mostly solids. So means physical states, physical properties can be metal, non-metal, and the metallites. And physical states means they can exist in all these states, physical states. Okay, so this is all about the elements. Okay, so now after elements we have to study about the atoms. What are the atoms? Atom, smallest particle of matter, smallest particle of matter, and it can take part in chemical reaction, and it takes part in chemical reaction, Is it clear? Yes, reactions. Suppose I give you an example that, and this is very important to understand the difference between the atom, elements, and the molecules. Next we will study molecules, so I will give you one brief example so you will be able to understand and differentiate between all of these terms. So suppose I say that we have carbon dioxide. Okay, so in this you will see that this is carbon, this is the element. Okay, and I told you that it is represented by the symbol. So this is the C represents the carbon, but it has one atom. Okay, we don't mention here, but it has one atom. Okay, oxygen, it has two atoms. Okay, so one atom of carbon, two atoms of oxygen combined. Okay, so the very important thing, that how and who discovered atom? There was a scientist whose name was John Dalton. Okay, he said that atoms cannot be further divided, and he took that atom from the Greek word, okay, atomos, okay, which means indivisible, means which cannot be further broken down. Even it could be divided, but still its name remained as it is, atom. Okay, so it can take part in chemical reaction and the smallest particle of the matter. So next is what we are going to study is the molecules. Molecules. What are the molecules? Okay. The molecules which consist of atoms. You can say simply we can define the molecules combination of atoms. Means when chemical combination of atoms. Means when atoms combine, so molecules are formed. Combinations of atoms. Okay. And here are some examples: O2, Cl2, H2O, NaCl. So all of these are molecules. We'll study them, that how many types of molecules are there, and how can we differentiate between them. But before we go into the further detail, we need to differentiate all of these terms: molecules, atoms, and the elements. Okay, I tell you, I'm going to erase it and I tell you one example. Okay, suppose we have an institute, or we can say we have a school. Okay, and it consists of many classes, and classes consist of many different types of the students, okay, which have the same abilities. When the students have the same abilities, so you can consider them as atoms. Okay, atoms with the same abilities mean the same atomic numbers. When these atoms combine of the same type, so they give rise to 9th class, 10th class, or you can say they give rise to AS level class, A2 level class, O level class. So you can say this is the AS level class. AS level class means the element. What it means? Element. Sorry. Okay. Atoms combine to form the elements, and elements combine to form further molecules. So the entire school is the molecule, and it contains the elements, and which have the same type of the atoms. Okay, with same type of the particles, which are called atoms. So I am writing here an example of molecule: C6H12O6. It is just like a school, a molecule. Okay, and it has three classes. One is carbon class, second is hydrogen class, and third one is oxygen class. And they have same type of the students. Means in the carbon class there is 6 students. You can say the 6 atoms of carbon. In hydrogen there are 12 students, means 12 atoms of the hydrogen. In oxygen it has 6 students, means it has 6 type of the 6 atoms of oxygen. So same type of the atoms are found in an element. Same type of the elements atoms are found in second element. The same type of the elements atoms are found in the third element. And the atoms, when they combine chemically, so they form molecules. Okay, so I hope that you would have understood it properly. And further we go into the types of the molecules. So molecule, you understand that molecule is the combination of the atoms, and molecule can be element, molecule of an element, and it can be molecule of a compound. A molecule of a compound. When we say the element and when we say compound, when elements contain the same type of element, same type of atoms. When molecule is formed with a combination of same type of atoms. Same type of atoms. So it is definitely when atoms combine, so a molecule is formed, but the atoms are of same type, so we'll call them element. Molecule of an element. H2 is molecule because 2 atoms of hydrogen combined, but 2 atoms of hydrogen are of same type, so that's why we'll call it molecule of an element. Molecule of an element. Molecule of an element. Molecule of an element. Is it clear? So next, when atoms of different type combine, so they form compound, molecule of a compound. Molecule of a compound when the atoms of different types. Suppose H2O. So 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen combine to form H2O. So combination of atoms is called molecule, but atoms are of different types, of different elements. So we'll call them molecule of a compound. Same as carbon dioxide, same as NaCl. Now next we can divide this this molecule into two types based upon their chemical bonding. You have studied in O levels. When compounds are formed due to the covalent bondings, those are called covalent compounds. Suppose H2O, two atom of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So this is by covalent bonding. So that's why, and different atoms. So that's why it is compound by covalent bonding. So that's why it is called covalent compound. And when atoms combine, so we can call it the molecule acid. Okay, CO2. This is the also covalent compound. But the next is ionic compounds. The compounds in which the cations and anions means ionic means in which the ions are combined. Ions NaCl, MgCl2. Okay, so Na plus is cation and is minus. Okay, anion. So there is an electrostatic force of attraction between these cations and anions. So that's why these are called ionic compounds. Okay, so this is example of the molecules, or you can say further division of molecules. So next we are going to just have a quick revise, quick overview on the ions. What are the ions? Any species which has positive or negative charge. Species having positive or negative charge. So it has some types. Positively charged ions, okay, what we call them cations. And next is negatively charged ions, okay, so we call them anions. Okay, how they are found? By the loss of electron, okay, and they are found by the gain of electrons. Their examples are Na plus, Mg plus 2, okay, K plus, etc. And their example are Cl minus, O minus 2, okay, iodine minus, etc. So this is, you can see, the subtopic which we have studied till now of the A levels chemistry. Okay.